Hey everyone, good afternoon. Welcome back to my garage. It is a hot day and about 85 degrees and about 80% humidity. So I'm getting working today on this 3.5-inch Craftsman number 6185. Now, I have been asked multiple times to show my restoration process. So I film these on my phone. I have absolutely no idea how to edit them. I'm not a video editor. I upload them from my phone, and I don't really want to pay for software. So this is kind of part one of what it looks like. I'm going to show you my tools and what I do with them. But I'm not going to actually do the restoration on video because I have no idea how to record that properly and edit it and make a satisfying video. So let me go over this with you guys. So my first and most important tool for this is going to be my angle grinder with a wire wheel on it. Now you can see this wire wheel is getting beat to hell. I went and bought a pack of 5 or 6 of these, and I went cheap. I am going to go and spend the $30 next time on, the higher quality knotted wire wheel, maybe even one of the cupped ones, or ones that, kind of bends like that to get into places. This works okay, but it's not as good as the first one I had that lasted for literal, 2 years. This has lasted for like 5 vices. Make sure you put your eye protection on, which I have over here. And your PPE when you're working with it. Put the mask on, because these old vices and old things, it could be lead paint. So you got to make sure that you are protecting yourself. And these things throw wires like crazy. So let's go through the parts of the vise here. Let me get this little holder. We'll set you up here so we can see each other. So the wire wheel, then also I do use the drill, not with the spade bit on it. I use the drill with this cupped wire wheel here to get the rest of that off. So that's that. And when we take this apart, we have the static body, which, rests on top here. Now, if you look at this, this is in incredibly good condition. I am shocked by, honestly, how good condition this is, considering this was outside for many years, attached to a stump. Here we have the vise nut. Now, this is very common of Reed. Now, this is a Craftsman made by Reed, often referred to as a Reedsman. Now, here we have the hexagonal vise nut. This is the equivalent of an R series Reed. There will be a date on the dynamic jaw somewhere over here when I clean that off, but I do expect it to be somewhere in the mid-40s or 50s. See how greasy this guy is. Now, people might think this is broken. This is actually correct. This is called a split nut. It goes together on here, and it goes on here in the spindle, and the screws in to retain here. In the dynamic, there is a retaining screw here, which is in here in my little magnetic freebie holder from Harbor Freight. These things are wonderful. This is the lockdown. This is the tiger's paw that goes into the base negative. This is the main bolt. And here we have the pin, which is actually adjustable to take out any play. This was one of the best inventions that Reed had. I believe they do have the patent on that. Or had. I probably don't after all these years. Then, of course, we have the 4-bolt base foot with those crenellations in there, so when the locking bolt goes in, it pulls up and locks in. Now, I'm going to be taking this back and restoring this to its original color, which is called Ford Blue. Give me a moment. So the original color of the Craftsman branded vices and Samsung vices was this, or the closest to it is this Ford Blue. I'm going to be using this Rust-Oleum engine enamel. So that is actually going to dry really hard and be able to take a nice beating. This vise is going to be super fun to use. And I'm going to get started on this in a minute. Stripping this paint is going to take an hour and a half. Then for the extra fine details that, you know, the hand angle grinder, you can't really get into on certain things or can't touch certain things, I will then be taking it over here and around in my garage. That's my Made in New York Vise collection up there. Then I have some others down here for sale. Past my paint cabinet. I've got my big sander, my big 12-inch disc sander here, and a little in here that I'm actually going to change out at some point, to my bench grinder. Now, here, listen to this. So that rattles the entire bench. Now, always use gloves when you're going to do that. Don't use your bare hands. Use something with gloves so that if it gets touched or whatever, I'm not going to rip my skin off. Now, up on here, I do have my 6-inch Oswego that I'm going to get around to putting together and putting up on the shelf as part of my Made in New York collection, and getting work on that. And let me finish this off, part one, by showing you this little project. So, this beautiful steel table here that I won at auction a while ago. It's 24 inches by 39 inches. It's designed to be bolted down. Right now I've got it on a piece of MSB on top of a dolly that I want to get back. So I'm going to be making it its own special dolly. So I ran over to a local lumber, locally owned, no big box store, and I picked up these. Oh, and I dropped my phone. Hey guys, welcome back. And I picked up these 2x8 and 2x6, and I'm going to make a little dolly that fits exactly on there. And I've got a set of locking casters, actually the same locking casters I have on here coming, that will be able to support up to 2,000 pounds. And then that table will be usable and good to go. Oh, did I put that upside down? Oh, hey, sorry about that, guys. See, so it's all natural. I have no idea how to edit this stuff. This is part one. I will come back when the Reedsman is finished and show you how it looks at the end. Have a great day.